How you doing? This is the third one. The first was a two-part series, and this is the third one. I have a little different theme this time. It's very, very interesting. This is a statue of King Gudea. This is from the Louvre in Paris. There's also another one in the British Museum in London. That one has no head. This is the best one. This is King Gudea. He lived about 2,100 years before the time of or birth of Christ. And this is a really unique statue because it's made of diorite. The only thing harder than diorite is diamond. We're really not exactly sure how they made it, but they made it. It's there for all to see. It's beautiful. Now, King Gudea was king of this area right here. This is Lagash. Here's the Persian Gulf. This is Persia. This is modern day Iraq. This is all Persia's, of course, is Iran, as you know, no doubt. This is Ur, right nearby. Remember, Abraham came from Ur of the Chaldees. Now, he was a prolific builder, but on the side of this wonderful statue is a unit of measurement right here. And this was given by the Anunnaki gods. And they said, whenever you build a temple to us, you base it on this measurement. This is a sacred measurement, and it's called the Kush. And it's measured by the half Kush, the Kush, and the double Kush. Now, what is the Kush? Well, basically, the unit of measurement, the half Kush, is 180 barley seeds lined up belly to belly. Now, the DNA of the barley is very, very stable, and it doesn't change. And that comes to exactly 24.97 centimeters. Now, during the Age of Enlightenment, France wanted to come up with a unit of measurement. Now, this is not a new topic, actually. This dates way back to the time of ancient Greece. And that's where the term meter comes from. It comes from ancient Greece, and it means unit of measurement. And so they solicited brilliant minds from all over the world in the late 1700s to come up with an idea that would be unique to this planet, that could be perfected as time goes on and technology gets better. Well, this is Thomas Jefferson. He wrote the Declaration of Independence. Real smart guy. Also the third president. But anyways, he came up with the idea, well, why don't we just connect a counter to a pendulum? And we know from given to us by the Sumerians that the concept of 60 minutes to an hour, 60 seconds to 1 minute, 24 hours a day, all these are Sumerian measurements given to us. And if you do a pendulum and you connect it to a counter, then why not? I think that might work. Now, a pendulum is a really unique thing here. That the timing of going from this side to this side, or this side to this side to this side, this is totally based on the length of the pendulum. For example, if I go from here, or if I go from here, the timing is the same. Or if I go ahead and have a shorter one, it's much faster, as you can see. Anyways, so the idea was that if you go down to 0 latitude, or you go to anywhere with the equinox, where the sun raises directly in the east and also sets directly in the west, and you can use this instrument here. This is called a sextant. Very popular in the time of Thomas Jefferson. We needed this for navigation. And so you use this device to measure it in the east, and then measure it in the west, and then you have your pendulum connected to a counter. And when you came up with 86,400 seconds in 1 day, that is your unit of measurement. Everybody agreed that is the best thing. So even this guy, this is about 100 years before Thomas Jefferson. This is Christopher Wren. Christopher Wren was a brilliant man. In fact, he founded the Royal Society. Well, remember Royal Society? Who is it? That's a society of Sir Isaac Newton. That's a society of Stephen Hawking. A lot of bright people. he had the same idea, that that's the only way to do it. Well, there is a formula for timing the pendulum, and this is it. Now, I know something about physics because, I taught it, and I also was an aerospace engineer. This is one of my circuit boards from the F-14 Tomcat. I did also the B-1 bomber computers. I'm not just a neurologist, a medical doctor, but I'm boarded in hyperbaric medicine and sleep medicine. And this is me when I was a kid. I was a deep sea diver. I told my daughter, do not bring him home, he's no good. But anyways, this is not about me. This is about you and where you came from. So the formula goes like this. This is the timing of the pendulum, and it equals 2 times pi. Well, why pi? Because we're going from a circular area, and we're going to convert that into time. So we have to go the square root because we're going from 2 dimension to 1 dimension. And this is the relationship between the length and the gravitational coefficient, which is unique to our planet. Now, did you know that if you entered the half Kush into that formula, it is exactly 1.003 seconds. In fact, if you get the double Kush, which is 99.88 centimeters, that equals exactly 1.003 seconds also. Now, did you know that the Earth travels around the Sun at exactly 60,000 Kush per second, which equals 1/10,000th the speed of light? Interestingly, we're going from decimal, hexadecimal, decimal. This is the way the Sumerians taught our ancestors to count. This is the way how the Anunnaki taught the Sumerians to count. Decimal, hexadecimal, decimal, hexadecimal. And if that doesn't blow your mind, the speed of light equals exactly 600 million Kush per second. What does this mean? Clearly and unequivocally, we are not and never have been alone. We've always had the Anunnaki, the gods, to help us along the way. Now, this is my book over here, The Golden Thread, many of you know. And a lot of this comes from this book here. This is Civilization of One, Christopher Knight. Really cool book. And a lot of the stuff that I have comes from there as well. They also have interesting stuff beyond this, just as Sumerian, because they also include the megalithic yard, a sacred measurement for Stonehenge. Yes, there is also a sacred measurement for Stonehenge. And it's really fascinating. And those people that understand physics and numbers and everything, they will find that very, very enlightening. And also, another clue that we have never, ever been alone. But anyways, I hope you find this fascinating, and maybe we'll do this again soon. Thank you. Bye.